Greetings, everyone. This is Elizabeth, and we're back with our budget. I am a week ahead of you guys, but if you're kind of following along, we are looking at April 26th paycheck. My paydays, I have them all situated here. So the hubby gets paid every Wednesday. Okay, so we're at the end of April, and then May has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paydays. And what I've done, okay, is I do recommend this. I do like having this, even though I was a little slacker and I forgot a couple, but I'll show you those here in just a second. So at the top of my list, we have our car payment, because that is taken every Friday. Okay, so I need to make sure every week that is at the top of my list. Car payment, car payment, car payment. Next month, there's the car payment every single time, top of the list. Then we just go down the list. So the first of the month, those are due. The second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the eighth, on so on. Okay. That way there you have a ticket tracker for what is due and when it's due. Eventually, if this all goes right, I won't even have to worry about this, because I'll have enough to cover it. I just keep adding money to the bank, because we're trying to build up where we're paid ahead. To be paid ahead is our goal, because then you don't have to worry if you get a low check. It's still covered. Okay. So this particular paycheck, we had 563. Today, Google Photo just went out, and I realized I didn't put them on the list, so I added them. It's only $2. I need a lot of storage for my photos. Yeah, I have that many. But, so yeah, I had to put that on the list. And back to forgetting things. Oy vey, let me tell you. So last payday, we made sure we had the 463 in the bank. We told ourselves anything over 550, we would pull from the paycheck and put it to our little pouches that we're keeping track of. And anything extra, the difference between the 550 and the 463 was going to be a cushion, aka our savings building, to get ahead. Luckily we had that, because I was able to pay 3 items and not have an overdraft fee or anything. And I'm super excited to share that with you today, because you know, sometimes we muck up, and this is where you want the extra savings, is in case you muck up, right? So last payday, please hold, I lost my spot. Okay, so last payday we had our bills come out, but I forgot about my Zoom, Adobe Illustrator, and my website fee, which is like $6. Okay, 22, 17, that's like 40 some dollars I forgot about. I know, right? We will not be doing that again. Well, I know I just did it with Google Photo, but we're working out of this bad habit, because I also went through and I made sure I double checked with my list that everybody was on my list for next month, which they are. So that was nice that it did that. So next month, you know, Google Photo is on there. The 3 Adobe and them are on here. So they will get their money. There's Adobe right there. They will get their money held good, and we'll stay on track. So last payday, okay, yeah, I think that was his paycheck. Nope, this is his new paycheck. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this for you guys and not take forever, and I'm still stumbling over my thought process. So we had these extra bills that came out, okay? His paycheck went in on Wednesday and gave us this balance right here, $16.04. His paycheck, $14.51, we pulled that out and it left us $152. That was for savings and bills that we had to hold for this payday. We had, once we remove the bills that are being held, those two bills right there, we still have $58 in savings. So even after all of that, we still have almost $60 in savings in the bank. So that's why I'm super excited, because normally any other day we'd have been counting our pennies to get them back into the bank so that this wouldn't do an overdraft. Isn't that insane? So we actually had, if we do 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, almost $100 in savings if I hadn't have forgot about those. So, and that's just from 2 weeks, you guys. I'm kind of blown away. And I will tell you this too. It's very interesting when you really have to take into account what you're spending your money on, like pulling the cash away from the bank. I'm not able to use my debit card all willy-nilly like we used to. And we have accountability, like, hey, we have this much money allocated. You can't go over that because that's all you have. Like if you go to the store with $100 in cash and you go over, well, you can't walk out with the extra items because you don't have the cash. So it makes me more mindful about what we're buying, really breaking it down, trying to work it so that we don't go over budget. It's just a weird feeling. It's really good feeling because wait till you see what 2 weeks and we still have savings. Mind you, this almost $60 in savings is in the bank. We have savings in our budget, our little budget pockets too. So I'm super excited about that. Okay. So now back to this payday, this paycheck. Okay. So his paycheck was $14.51. And we only deal with the current paycheck. Anything over is off the board. We don't look at it. It's non-existent. So all of last week's info is non-existent. We are coming here to $14.51.99. He got a bonus and some other stuff. So this is probably one of his highest checks that we'll see. Okay. Now we're going to round. We're going to round down to a nice even number. So we're dealing with $1,450. Okay, because we round down. Then we look at our list, okay, that we allocated all the payments to and everything, and we've got our car payment. We have $161 that I scheduled to save out of this, okay. But it's actually $222 because remember we have this little bit of savings over here. So, but that's already in the bank. So this is the stuff we need to leave in the bank. So we have the $161 to finish this bill. Sometimes you just got to break them up. Kind of like our car payment is paid weekly. Sometimes we just got to save multiple months in order to, or multiple checks in order to save a bigger amount. So we have the $161, the $250, the $100, and then I should have had on here $2 for Google. Okay. So we subtract all that and it came to 880 and then so 987, right? We're going to take 50 of that 87, okay? Or sorry, take a back step here, Elizabeth. So off of his check, he would have $887 available to pull out of the bank and put into our budget. We only pull what the ATM will allow. So anything over $800, that 87 is savings. Okay. So $87 into savings. Of that $87, the hubby asked if we could reorganize our garage or our shed. It's a hot mess, and he finally is like ready to clean it, so I'm on board. So we're taking 50 of that savings. It's going to stay in the bank, but when we go shopping for storage, we'll know that we have a little bit in the bank. Literally 50. I'll go into the bank and pull that out for him. Okay, which leaves us 39 for savings this particular month, which will be added to our 58. Okay, but we never really look at that, right? Because we don't want to look at the savings over there. So his paycheck minus the bills leaves him $887. We're only going to play with what we can pull out of the bank at the ATM, which is $800. Okay, so the rest just stays in there. So of that $800, okay, I did have to give the hubby $50 for gas. And then I stopped and bought dinner stuff and lunch stuff for the kids for a couple of days until I can go actual grocery shopping, which left us $700 cash. Okay. And that is right there. $700 cash. That's what we're working with today. That's our budget. Okay. And remember, we have $50 in gas and $50 in food already allocated and spent. Okay. So then we go to our budget planner. And I already figured it out because I needed to figure it out before I pulled it out so I could be prepared. But I'm going to write it really nice so you guys can see it, okay? So, of our $800, I'm so excited. I can't, you guys, the savings are fabulous. Of the $800, okay? We do the $100 that was that day. Okay, so the 50 for gas and the 50 for food. Okay. Then we come down and we're gonna write this down and then we'll go and put it in our pouches. I want him to have a successful garage thing. And like I said before, he doesn't have a hobby. He doesn't do a lot of spending. We all use the garage. We're all going to benefit. So along with the 50 that's in the bank, we're also adding 50 from this because he had a bonus. So it should be, the bonus is his, right? And so that is going for our garage. And I told him I would try and squirrel away some money for his garage update for a few paydays until we actually go and clean it out. So hopefully this will get bigger. So we've got the garage that we're going to add some money into. I'm going to put a little asterisk here because we always budget $100 for gas. Which, remember, we already took 50. So that's going to be 50 into the little pouch. Okay. We budget $100 for gas. I owe my daughter a birthday dinner. Okay. And she has birthday money left. Okay. So our birthday dinner and birthday money. Okay. For Raylyn, my daughter. Okay. So there's that. And then we budgeted this month, we're going to put a little asterisk by this, for $200 for groceries. Remember, we already spent $50, so that's going to be $150 in our groceries. And then $100, Okay, and this is questionable. If we can do it, groceries are going to come first, okay? So when I go grocery shopping, if I have to use a little bit extra, it's going to come out of this. This is the craft show money. Because yes, my husband spoils means that I can go to that one too. This is this is where the garage idea came out. He's like, I was like, I'd like to go. It's $8 to get into the craft show. Can I have a couple of dollars? And he's like, you can budget whatever you can. I want $50 for my garage. And so we talked about it, and we're going to, after this craft show, we're going to really start budgeting for the garage fixer-upper. Okay. So yeah, craft show for me. And then $100 into our pouches. Okay, and the pouches, the reason I wrote it like that, because all of these are going into a pouch, right? This one is special because this is all of the challenges and stuff like that too. So this is the savings, all that stuff, are our little pouches that we have. Okay. So of our $700, let's go ahead and fill our pouches. And let's see if there's anything left over, which there's not. There's nothing left over. So we had no fuel money left over. Well, okay, that's a fib. That's slightly a fib. So he went and got gas, and he had gas money left, and he bought scratch tickets and stuff. So yeah, we would have had a little bit. And I reminded him, I was like, you can do, because our deal is he gets all the extra gas money. You know, he's the one filling it up. So he can buy energy drinks and stuff, plus his little pouchy back here, you guys remember. I told him, I says, you know, if you save that, you can buy bigger things. And he's like, yeah, but he just really wanted to play scratchies. So there's that. We had no money left out of the food budget. We still have our nails budget, our hairs budget. And then there was no dining out. This one here, Mr. Thomas did use his 20, but he's got $1 left in there. And then, these, I didn't, so we don't have any extra savings for that. So this should still be just $200, which we'll double check. And then our challenges, which remain the same. And then we have some change back here. Okay, which I'm going to go ahead and pull out the change just in case we need it. Which, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, $15 in change. We're going to set that up there. I also stopped at the bank and got some change. Okay. I forgot. It's over on my other list, but we have $100 saved for rent in case his next paycheck is too small. Because, you know, $800 off the check right away, it kind of dampers things. So we're saving extra money off of the checks for rent. Okay, so let's roll back to the front of our booklet. So here's our first 100 that we saved for rent. Okay. Oh, I didn't think about that again. I was like, oh, I'll pull out a 100 for that, but we're going to put 20s in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So now our rent is up to 200 in savings to help alleviate. This will probably turn into grocery money, you know, because we always have $800 for rent. And our car payment, $850 first of the month, always. Okay, so there's that. Then I wanted to go into our savings. Okay, our little $200 savings. Let's double check this. Oops, we need to slide you that way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We were. Something happened. I don't remember putting that in there. But look, we have an extra 20. This is the 20. Okay, so hubby took gas money and he had some other stuff, and I said, hey, bring back change at one point, which we dealt with that. But then this was sitting on the little table, and I was like, hey, how much did you take for gas? And he's like, oh, I took the 50. And I'm like, okay, so what's the 20 for? And he's like, what 20? I'm like, the 20 that was by the binder budget. So we have this mysterious 20 that wound up, I figured mysterious is going to wind up in savings, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now in our savings, it's very tempting to pull out the small bills. So I've been trying to stop at the bank and pull out big bills. So look at that. We were able to save $20 for that. So we're going to put that right in here. Okay. Then we're going to grab our little pencil. Get you in there. Squish in there. Eh! So we got our 220 in there. Okay. And so we were between the 19th and the 26th, we had 20. So then our balance is 220. Okay. Aha, $220 in savings. And that's just the one savings. Isn't that amazing? Oh my goodness. Now, this little guys, I always want to do the savings first. Okay, because that's what we're striving for, is we're striving to save the monies, right? So very first thing is our 52-week planner, which, by the way, we get to cross off the $3 one because we put that in there. 3 plus 2 was 5. So we got our little $5 bill in there. And then this week we have $4. So let's cross that off with the purple today. Why not? So we're going to add $4 to this pouch. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit of the only Spanish I know, you guys. Don't judge me. So we've got that in there, and we have a lovely $9 in that weekly savings. At the end of 52 weeks, we should have $1,433. Woohoo! Okay, so we have our savings into there. Okay. Then we come back here to our paycheck savings. Now the paycheck savings, okay, his paycheck was $1451.99, and I use the full total of his paycheck and I times it by 1%, okay? Right? Yeah, because this is 426. And then we have the 1451.99 times by 1%. Okay. Now, I did the math somewhere. Here it is. It came to $15.42. Well, we don't deal in change. When we're dealing with savings, we round up. Okay. Anything we have to take out of the bank, we round down. So there is our $15.42, which is going to be $16. So last week, 14 plus 11, that should be $25. So I should have $25 already here in savings. Sometimes these little pouches are a little pesky they reseal themselves. Okay, so there it is. There's our 25 in savings. Now we're going to add 16. Okay, 10, 15, 16. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And I don't, oh wait, there it goes. 10, 15, 20. So we're going to switch those out. Put a little 20 in there. Put that over there, and there's our 1. So we should have 5, 6, 2, Oh, yeah. I'm like, what? 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, that's not right. Let's add, Elizabeth. I'm doing it stupid. So 11 plus 14 is 25. We no longer look at that. 25 plus 16 is 11. Carry the 1, 2, 3, $41. Now we no longer look at that. And there, there is the $41. I love math. It doesn't love me. But I always get there. It just takes me a minute. Just takes me a minute. So our $1451.99 times by 1%, okay, is going to give us the $15 in change. We round up to 16. We now have $41 in savings. Another savings. Oh, I love this. This 1%er. Eventually, we'll get that 1% up. Maybe in a couple months, we'll do 2%, 3%, you know, until we get a nice comfortable percent we can really enjoy. Okay, and that's our little change. So, savings, the paycheck saver right there. Our 52-week challenge right there. Love it. This is our rando savings, which we're gonna hope to use this to move, open a savings account, or, you know, whatever we need to do. But that's what that savings is. We do want to get a different account for that, because I can't keep it all here. Now, arts and crafts, that's my show. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, like I said, I'm going to put 100 in here, but I may not be able to go with that much because our groceries come first. And I got to make sure the kids are fed, unfortunately. I know, right? Oh, the kids. So there is the 100 for the arts and crafts. The hubby pouch. The hubby pouch gets $40. Okay, this is his little mad money when he goes mad and he needs a coffee or energy drink or tea or anything for work. There's that. Okay, and then our hair and nails. Oh, dinner out is going to be the birthday money. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4. Now, my daughter, I love her to death. She wanted some dirt for the plants. And I'm like, I can't afford the dirt. And she's like, well, can I use my birthday money? And then, you know, that. So, yeah. So, we're going to go to dinner. And then we'll pick up some dirt. So, that is that. But I'll owe her $40 later for birthday money. I'm not letting her pay for dirt. With her birthday money. But yeah, she takes forever to spend her money, so that's what that is. $140 for that. Okay. And then the hair, I have allocated a $20 for that. Okay. Let's see how much we've got saved up for the hair. Look at that. I've never in my life, like, this would be gone already. And then just on payday, the day the hair was due, I would just come up with the money to figure it out. Like, that's $60, or that is not $60. That's $60 for my son, $60 for myself already to get our hair done. Ugh, $120. I told you it'd take me a minute, but I figured it out. $120 for our hair and stuff. Isn't that amazing? And I think this will be the last time I put money into the nail pouch, because I'm pretty sure it's only like 30 something plus a tip. So this is going to be way more than enough, but the extras will come back and go right back in here. And then I'll start putting how much the nails cost, because I only had them done once and it was a full set, which cost me $65, but a fill is less. So I just need to save up to get the fills done. You know what I mean? So once I go and have a fill done, then I'll know how much we need to save. And then this is our food, which we had 154, okay? Or sorry, we had 200, but we spent 100. We allocated 200. We spent 50. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4. Going here into the change. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there is 150. Let me flip this around. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So there is that. Okay. That is our grocery money, 150. Get that in there. Okay. And then we have our fuel money. And it looks like I missed somebody. There's 40. There's 50. Okay. 2, 4, 50 for gas because we already spent 50 on gas. And then I have 2, 4, 6, 7. I have $80 left, so that means I mucked up somewhere. So let's go see where I mucked up. Because I tell you, calculating is hard. So there's our pouchies. We've put our 16. We did our challenge. We gave the hubby his monies. We've got the hair and the nails, and that should have come to 100-ish. That's 16, which was 84, which then we had a $4 challenge. That just turned out really good. So there's 20. Plus, yeah, that's 80. 20. Maybe I did my math a little, but that's still not enough to get where I was going. There's 100 minus 16 minus 4 minus 40 for the hubby. And nope, that's an even $100 minus 4 between hair and nails. So that was the 100 there. Okay, so let's do this. So we had 800 we yanked out of the bank. We have 100 for rent. Oh, the garage storage. Okay, that, I missed that one. 20, 40, 50 for garage storage. And that still leaves us 20. So there's our garage storage. Actually 21 because I had that weird thing going on. So we'll make sure everything's good. And this might just be savings, you guys. Might just be savings. 2, 4, 45, 50 for our garage storage, which we're going to put way back here into this folder. The unknown folder is now going to be garage storage for a while. So let's go ahead and rename that one. Go to the front with our little sticky notes, our Dollar Tree Stick'em notes. And we'll do a little blue candy for the hubby. Or let's do a little smile because I'm super excited that he finally wants to clean out his shed. Ugh, you guys, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess shed. Okay, we're almost done. Let's get that back here. And then we're going to put this in here. And then I'm going to put 50 in bank. Because remember, we're saving a little bit there. And then 50 here. And then add more. Shed storage. There we go. So that's going to go right in here so it doesn't fall off. Because you know how that rolls. Okay, let's go down our list and make sure everybody got their monies. Okay, so we have rent. Let's double check that because I did use 20s. Maybe I miscounted. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nope, that's good. So 100 for rent. Looking good. Get back in there. Garage storage, we just did. Gas needs to be 50. 20, 40, 50. Raylan's birthday was, where did we put that? We put that in the dinner out money. Dinner out. I actually wrote 150. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 40. And that makes perfect sense because remember in our change I took 10 out. So that would be 10 right there. Okay. Yeah, I wrote 150 and then realized she is only $40 that we owe. Okay, so we have change. We use some of our change. So I am just going to put this extra 20 into savings. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4. So there's our dinner out. We're going to Chili's. The daughter wanted Chili's for her dinner birthday, but they were super packed. So we just ate a cheap lunch that day and told her the next time we had a good paycheck, we would take her out to her birthday dinner, which is this payday. So there's her birthday money. We're going to go into our savings. Oh, plenty. And we're going to slide that 20 in there. Our little extra 20. Like so. And then we're going to go put our change back in the change bin. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Such a weird amount. But there we have it. You guys, our savings and our budget. And yeah, if you guys have any advice for me, please share. I'm open to hear all sorts of suggestions. I didn't have any new comments except for a good job and thank you for sharing and kind of stuff. One person did want more info, so hopefully I added some more info that you can follow. If you want to talk about something more specific, drop that in the comment. I do want to be as clear and as transparent as possible to show my good and my bad. Otherwise, if you go hit a bad spot, you don't feel like a failure because it happens. We hit a bad spot. I mean, look what I did. I forgot 3 things and then turned around and forgot another one for this month. So, you know, sometimes it happens, and that's why we're trying to put some savings in our bank, savings in our pouches. I definitely am using the tip when we get a little bit more money in our savings. I don't want to keep it here because it's very tempting. So we're going to get it filled up, and then we're going to go to a credit union and see about putting our big savings over there. And so every couple of months when I check my bank, or no, that's staying. That needs to stay. We need to build that up. But anytime we have like these big savings, that's where it's going to go, into a credit union or something of that nature. But yeah, make yourself a list of everything that is due, when it is due, then bust out a monthly schedule to know where to pay everybody. Because like right here, the 31st, this Dominion is actually due around here, and we're always late on the truck anyways, so I'm going to switch their places and pay the truck there and there. Having it written out like this really helps me see who's what and where. I do want to tidy this up for next payday. I think I'm going to print me some lined paper or something. I don't know. I just need to tidy it up. Do a little bit better about getting things situated so it doesn't look so chaotic. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I've made my list, which I have looked at this a lot. Then the monthly spread out of how to save who gets paid when. And then again, I write everything out just to make sure it's correct and everybody's getting paid. So I'm not doing this again where I'm forgetting somebody. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm like super excited anyways, because we have money in this in between paydays, which in our household is unheard of. So super excited, super excited. And I thank you guys for hanging out with me. I was hoping this would be a little bit shorter, but I'm not cutting through anything. I'm not, I want you to follow along. You can definitely fast forward or whatever you need to do. But this is just for those that, for me. It's mainly for me. Sharing, keeping myself accountable, and hopefully, it'll help somebody else out there. I thank you. We are going to be doing, like I said, a budget thing where we actually decorate. If you guys have Cricut, because, all my crafty peeps, yeah, it's, I like it. I like it muchest. Until next time, my friends, bye-bye. Have a great crafty day.